Welcome to the channel where we trade the new 1/10 size Micro Eminis. Today, a special trading tip to help increase your profits. Hi, I'm Don Singletary and welcome to the channel. I can't wait to get into today's video. You know how I'm always asking you to vote with the like button to when you are watching a video and you want to see another video similar to that. Hit the like button. Well, I count those. I pay close attention to those, so that's important. It's good feedback, and I can get to the subjects that you want to hear on the weekly videos. Great live trade of the week coming up today. It only lasts about 4 minutes and made some good money. It's about being prepared at the right time to identify that opportunity. Today I'm going to be talking about one of the most common and one of the most costly mistakes that both beginners and all traders really make over and over and over again. And I picked the word over because the culprit this time is over trading. We're going to talk about it. What is over trading? How do you know when you're doing it? And what are some signs to tell that you may be able to change that behavior and get your trading to be more profitable? So that and more coming up in today's video. Stand by. There's a little bit of irony in overtrading. And overtrading is something that I don't think is talked about enough in circles where people are trying to learn to trade futures, especially day trading. Because you see, the most dubious thing about overtrading is that you never think it's you. You think it's something that other people are doing. And that kind of makes it hard to identify. But one of the reasons we overtrade is because we got ready. We opened an account, we got a broker, we read the book, we watched the videos, and now I'm going to trade from 10 till noon in the mornings. And if I show up, turn my computer on, read all the charts and the trading signal indicators, then by golly, I'm going to trade. And that's a mistake sometimes. I call it obligational trading. It's when you think just because you turn the computer on between 10 and 11 o'clock in the morning and looked at the Micro E-minis that you have some obligation to spend this time trading so you'll get experience. Well, funny thing about experience. Normally, like professional sports people have coaches, and one of the reasons they have coaches is to make sure they don't practice the wrong things. And when you're overtrading, you're kind of self-indulging. You're doing something over and over and over again and don't realize that the results you're getting aren't changing very much. And that's why I put old Albert up here on the thing. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Let me tell you, there's only one true indicator if you're doing the right thing or not. And this sign is impeccable. It's 100% foolproof. If you're not making money, you're not trading right. That is the speedometer, and maybe the only one that won't lie to you. You can't copy somebody else because between their ears, we're all different. We all have different risk tolerances. We all have different times or reasons to trade. Some people trade with desperation. Well, let me tell you, they have a saying in poker, and that is scared money never wins. Well, remember that, because if you're scared from the moment you enter a trade, and this is why you got to practice first, you're doing in poker what they call playing scared. You're on the defensive, but it's not the kind of defensive that's going to save you money. You're not really making prudent, rational decisions. You're making reactions when things go wrong. And if you practice that over and over again, you're practicing the wrong kind of experience. I get hundreds and hundreds of email questions and comments under the videos about what I can do to help someone improve their trading. One of the most common questions, and I just got the same question from 3 different people just yesterday, says, please, just show me the way to turn a trade around when it doesn't go my way, when I'm losing money. Please, just tell me how to turn it around. Well, that question supposes that you can force your will onto the market, and you can't. Most of the times, if you're in a trade and you're losing money and you've given it a chance to run and it doesn't and it turns on you, you have to You have to get out of that trade, and you have to make sure that you don't lose a lot of money before you get out of that trade. That's one of the worst things you can do, is substitute hope as a trading strategy. Another thing that is a common question is, how can I keep myself from overtrading? How come I get teased or sucked into it all the time? What can I do about that? Well, you're the problem when that's happening. It's not on the chart. It's not in the trade signal indicator. It's not in a video or a book you read. It's just something you're allowing yourself to do. It's a lack of self-discipline on that. And most of the trades, like this quote here from the book, The Art of War, most of the battles are won before they begin. And that is the very definition of good trade selection. Now, you're going to pick a lot of trades, even if you're percolating on all cylinders and doing everything right, you're still going to have about 40% losing trades. In my book, I have a chapter in there, and I recommend a practice regimen of 25 successful trades in a row. Now, if you can make 25 successful trades that all make money in a row, I want you to teach me how that's done, because that is so extremely rare in this kind of trading. This is risky trading. There's a lot of things over which we have no control, and that's why we have to learn rule number one to protect our assets above everything else. But what I was going to say about that is, when you try to make 25 successful trades in a row, what that means, and I explain this in my book in great detail, what that means is you have 25 trades in a row that were good trades. And now a good trade sometimes is a money-losing trade that you wisely get out of quickly, and you avoid larger losses. That's a successful trade. Successful doesn't mean you make money on every trade. Nobody can do that. But what it does mean is you know how to get out of a trade and not let it get out of hand. You have that discipline. When trades run against you and the money goes up, it's a thing psychologists call prospect theory. You begin to make irrational decisions. And if you've been trading a while, we've all done it when we're learning. We make a bad decision, and then we follow it with 2 or 3 other bad decisions, and before we know what's happened, we have one trade that's so bad we have to make 10 good trades just to get the money back into our account. So overtrading is something it's a result of people not exercising patience and good trade selections. And part of that is FOMO, the fear of missing out. Well, you're going to not take a lot of trades that would have made a lot of money, and you're going to stay out of some trades where you would have lost a lot of money. But what you have to do is to be able to put successful trades in a row, the ones where on that 40% you lose, you don't lose so much more than you're making on the 50 to 55% of the trades that you can win. Those are average odds that go over a long period of time. You're going to have streaks where you have great trades in a row and you begin to think you're a genius, and then you get humbled. That's just a part of trading too. It's kind of what you signed up for. This is risky stuff. And you have to have a special mentality and a special way of coping with making your trade selection decisions. And when you're over trading, you're just making trades, those obligational trades, where because you showed up, you think you're obligated to make a trade that day. Sometimes the best trades, as they say, are the ones you don't make. Okay, let's get right into the featured trade of the week this time. Here's the setup, July 28, 2021. Happened to be a Wednesday morning, and this is the last week of July. And during the last week of July, a great number of the big tech stocks like Amazon and Microsoft and Netflix and so on report their earnings. And there had been some earnings on the day previous on July 27th, and the market opened, and at first, as you can see, it went down and then turned around and went straight back up. Now look down on the bottom panel, the MACD, that green line up over the red line. It's all inside the red circle there. That gives me a buy signal. Now, why did I buy now? Because I want to trade with the trend. There's a lot of strong momentum moving up very fast right now, and I felt that was the low-risk entry point I needed to make a trade. So I bought 2 of the NASDAQ100 Micro Eminis at $15,036.25. Now it's $2 per contract per point. I'm trading 2 contracts, so I'm trading at $4 per point. Now I'm going to go to the live screen in a moment. Right now, while I'm in the trade setup mood, I want to talk to you about one way you can tell if you're overtrading or not. The more often you get into a trade, and that's what's going to happen with this one, you'll see it in a moment, the more often you get into a trade with a very small or no drawdown at all, and you can get a stop order in behind the entry price so that the worst thing can happen is you'll break even, and that's what I call a free trade. The more often you can do that, then the better your entry trade decisions are becoming. And the better decisions you make at getting into a trade, the less chance you have of overtrading. Now, I hope that makes perfect sense to you. It does to me. I started the trade today at 10:17. This screen is from 1 minute into the trade at 10:18, and you can see I was able to get the stop in at 15:034. Now remember, I'm long 2 contracts at 15:036.25, so I'm only 2.25 points behind at $4 a point. That means my stop loss, the first one I put in, is at a loss of $9. Not a lot of risk. This whole trade turns out to be only about 2.5 minutes long through the whole thing. Now, you saw where I started off with my stop down at 15:034, and just 30 seconds more into the trade, maybe a minute and a half or so, I have to go up and get my Tastyworks mouse out and move the stop around some more. I'm already trading up to 15:046. 15:046. So I've moved my stop up to 15:038.25. I'm up $50 in the trade. It's been only about 2 minutes, and we don't have far to go here either. I moved that stop up again. It's amazing the upward momentum I got. This whole trade's going to take place. You know, the candlesticks are 5 minutes wide. This whole trade takes place inside of one candlestick. It's only 2.5 minutes long. And so I moved my stop up again to 15:047.75. And I'm trading up at 15:053 now. And I'm keeping a tab on this thing because I do not want to get these unexpected and quick profits back. No, not at all. And I move up my stop again, and while I'm moving it, I see the market's gone up again. So this time it's 15:052.75. 15:052.75. And it's just fantastic the way this goes. I got stopped out there at 15:052.75, and now's my favorite part. Let's count the money. So the trade duration was a little under 3 minutes, about 2:40, I think. The profit, $66. The maximum drawdown was 0. I grabbed a fast bus when it went by and took a ride and made 66 of a possible $78. I kept those stop market really close, which is why I captured 84.6% of it right there. Gosh, what a fun trade, and a little bit fast too. A little bit fast, but that's why you get experience, so you can handle that. And I wouldn't say I had any fear during the trade. Exhilaration would be a better word. I love it. Once in a while you get lucky, you know, and that's part of it too. Sometimes you get unlucky too. But anyway, thanks for being along today. I really enjoyed bringing you this trade and also talking about overtrading, and I hope you learned something today from that. Remember to hit the like button if you want to see more videos like this one, and please, the channel is supported by my book sales. Look for the book link in the text below the video. Cost about the same as a a Chick-fil-A with waffle fries instead of the pizza this week. There you go. And I hope you'll make many times more of that back from it. And thanks for being along today. I'm Don Singletary. I hope every day is a payday for you.